Could you share your wisdom on this? There seems to be some evidence that the real Lucia was replaced by an imposter.
That seems to be the case.
Wait, you're saying that is the case, right?
Yes, I'll even point this out. Even before that became more evident, I had a letter purportedly from Sister Lucia, and I gave it to a court-accredited forensic scientist. And this forensic scientist this forensic expert examined the letter very carefully, the signatures, comparing it with the documentos, the handwritten documents. He said these signatures are from 3 different people, and this is a man whose word would stand in what was then called the Supreme Court of Ontario, and that was his conclusion. And I received that from him in writing. So there was evidence of the imposter before Dr. Peter Chojnowski became involved with a forensic expert who was able to examine photographic evidence with the conclusion that the only thing in common between these 2 women were the religious habit.
Yeah, even physically, the mouth, the teeth, the jaw, everything is different. And which is interesting because the new Lucia said that John Paul II's consecration, if I'm correct, she said that did the job. And that was a little strange that she had said that, but that was the one that's not the real one. Am I correct in that narrative?
Yes, because she was very vocal on record previously that the consecrations that had been done by all these popes did not fulfill the request of Our Lady of Fatima. Now, one important detail I want to mention here. In 1992, Father Gruner was going to meet Sister Lucia, and he was going to meet her with Cardinal Anthony Padiara, but he was not allowed in. I was with Father Gruner that day. I waited in Fatima for them to return from Coimbra. One of the persons who was there was Father Francisco Pacheco, and I got the full written record from him as to what transpired, and the words that were exchanged between the Cardinal and Sister Lucia. Somewhat of a discrepancy from a book that was being spread around. It's not much discrepancy, but there was some discrepancy. And I wrote a critical edition of that interview. Now, the interesting thing about that, the interesting fact was that as a gift, Sister Lucia gave the Cardinal a book of her memoirs. And the Cardinal asked her to autograph the book. And she refused. Now, I wonder why. Now, think back to what I just said. The forensic expert, accredited by the Supreme Court of Ontario, examined these signatures and said that these are 3 different people using the signature of Sister Lucia. The reason she gave to the Cardinal was an insult. She said she wouldn't sign the book because so many people are abusing her signature. A Cardinal of the Roman Church is going to be suspected of wanting to abuse her signature? A Cardinal of the Roman Church who asked for her to autograph the book? Now, this is an absurd answer, and it's an insult to a Cardinal of the Roman Church. There's one very plausible reason. There's only one evident reason why she would refuse. Because if she had signed, that signature could be examined and she could be exposed as an imposter.